Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about a Japanese technique, and this Japanese technique is really going to help you in improving your communication skills. It's known as Kaizen, and this technique is globally accepted. Especially when the Japanese started this technique, it was for business purposes, so as to increase the productivity in business. But this technique can be applied to any field. We can apply it here. So I'm going to talk about this technique and how it became so popular. Most of the US firms are adopting this technique to improve and increase their productivity. So we'll talk about it. But first, I'll get back to the homework section. So I remember I had given some homework to you. And please don't ignore the homework because it's really important and it's going to help you in the long run. So I gave you a subject. The subject or the topic was winter. And I said that just let your mind wander along with winter and think what comes to your mind in the very first instance. The winter season, all the beautiful flowers which I can see in winter, nature's art, the winter wind, and I can talk about the festivals, I can talk about Christmas, I can talk about how winter makes me feel, and there's so many things associated with winter. So when we talk about winter season, so right now in December in India, we can say that we are in the dead of winter. Why in the dead of winter? I don't say that winter is something which is signifying death. No, this kind of phrase is associated with winter. We can't say that we are in the dead of summer. No, we say that we are in the height of summer because summer is associated with life and winter is associated with dullness. This is how people have projected winter, and mostly poets have described winter in this way. But if you talk about me, I would say that I love the crisp winter air. I love to stay inside my comforter, and it makes me feel very warm, cozy, and gives me all the comfort. I wait for those bonfires, those Christmas Eve celebrations, and this season is full of festivity. Even if the air is so spine chilling, even if the wind is so spine chilling and makes me feel so cold and numb, I get all the warmth from all these festivals and celebrations. New Year Eve is also there. We celebrate it with all the fervor and zeal. And we can also say that when winter comes, it comes along with so many colors. And we can see nature's beautiful art in winter. And nature gives us exquisite collection of beautiful flowers. So when I talk of winter, roses come to my mind, calendulas come to my mind, dahlias come to my mind, marigolds come to my mind. So there's so many things associated with winter. And yes, I love to stay in my woolens, jackets, blazers, long coats, boots. Winter is all about the scarves, the mufflers, the mittens, and yes, there's so many things associated with winter. You just talk about in your own way what you feel about winter. Okay, so let your mind be a companion of winter and let things come out in a very, very easy manner. You don't have to put in a lot of efforts to describe winter. Just feel the winter and then start talking about it. So when you talk about winter, you talk about the season, you talk about the flowers, you talk about beautiful colors, you also talk about bonfires, fireplaces, and celebrations, festivity, lot of fervor, zeal, enthusiasm. There's so many people who simply wait for the winter to pass. They don't love winter. You know why? Because they have a very strong point for this. They think that winter makes them feel lazy and they are unable to be active. And that is why they cannot do their work properly on time. But if you talk about me, just a cup of ginger tea and little bit of refreshment keeps me going. I love winter for these beverages, especially tea, coffee, hot chocolate, and if you're really a nature lover, you would love winter. Go in your own way, talk about the things that you feel from within. So this technique Kaizen is about knowing your shortcomings. Where do you get stuck actually? So Japanese worked upon those areas where they knew that they were lacking in some skills or something. So here we have to work upon those areas where we are lacking in confidence Or you have to find out why you get stuck somewhere. What is that which is stopping you from growing or going ahead to converse in English? I think in everyone's heart there is a kind of shrunken fear. You have some sort of fear. Either you have the fear of getting criticized, or you have developed a kind of inferiority complex which makes you feel that you are not as good as others. Okay, let me solve all these problems one by one. The first problem is the fear of getting criticized. Ask yourself a question. Will those people who laugh at you or who mock you are going to help you in any way or the other? No, they are not. Usually we are surrounded by average people. Average people usually find opportunities to, laugh at others. To just let these kinds of things pass away. Don't let it enter your soul. Just let it go away. Let it happen. Pass a kind of comforting smile to those who laugh at you. Have that much of courage to do this. If you're able to do this, you have won half the race. So why are you so scared of people? Are they perfect people? No, they also have flaws. So let people laugh, forget about it, ignore such things and go ahead. That's it. You have to come over it. Okay, this is one thing. Second thing is that why do you develop this inferiority complex within yourself just because you cannot converse properly in English? Do you have this feeling even for other languages like Bengali, Urdu, Spanish, Japanese, any other language? No. I will tell you why you're having this feeling for English. Because since those days when Britishers were ruling us, we have given undue importance to this language called English. And Britishers used to look down upon those who couldn't converse well in English. That is why we think this way. It's nothing special. There's nothing special about English. It's as good as other languages. But the only thing associated with English is that it's a globally accepted language. That is why it's good to learn this language. And it's even good to learn other languages. So just drive this fear out, drive this hesitation out, and drive this complex out. You'll be able to speak well. So this Japanese technique teaches us that we should first drive away those things which are actually stopping us from growing. So the Japanese tried to find out that what were those factors which were responsible for the low productivity in business. They found out that moreover it was the lack of motivation in their employees. Sometimes they found that the poor quality of raw material was responsible for low productivity. So instead of working upon the production unit, they first worked upon those areas where they thought that something was going wrong.